Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pecunian Consortium. Alright, let's, without any further ado, just continue with the early game, or the later parts of it, as we were doing last time. There's still quite a few science projects we have to complete here. The, what's it called, the alien specimen procurement still has lots of flashing lights on our screen. We also still have the precursors event, which we didn't even find all 6 locations. So far we're only aware of 5. And we recovered 3 of them. It's quite possible that one of these locations is in one of those systems where there's currently just neutral critters. So we'll see about that. In other news, I think we might just want to put both of our scientists on project duty for the time being, just to speed things up a little bit. Alright, so we can't... apparently we can get here. Oh no, because those guys aren't on bad terms with us. But they are slaving despots and fanatic xenophobes. Wouldn't really... So how about trading? They're generally not completely against the idea. Well, but then again, I don't really want to trade right now. Our economy is pretty balanced. We can hold our own. Question is, though, what do we want to do with our ships? I think we just want to recall, so that we can gather up with the rest of the fleet. Speaking of which... also, what was your excuse? Building research stations. Always seems like a good one. And research is also progressing quite nicely. Can we do something on the construction end of things? We most certainly can. Let's make this a mining network. And... what then? We have more than enough food here. It would probably be a good idea to get some science going. And you... let's get you on the same page there.
Construction complete.
I'm gonna leave you there for the moment. Alright, so we have a combined military strength of 330. It's not exactly... right, where was that again? Well, within our system, so we should probably go there next and do some... get ourselves some science going. In other news, you are up there, so you should probably research some more on that end. Right, let's see, you have... yeah, these white clouds have a strength of 180... Let's have a quick look at... where was that system? Oh, it is that one. 21 tiles. 85% habitability. That's above... yeah, that's above default. Yeah, so we definitely want to clear out that system and then survey it as fast as possible. And then I get a colony on the go there. Right, that's construction. Ishnor done and dusted. We don't quite stretch to Rind Bikun, but we do stretch to Nedum. Science or more minerals? I think I want to go with science. It's just, oh, why do we even do that? It's very easy to fall behind in the early and early mid game in tech and then never be able to catch up. Speaking of which, alright, their fleet power is now approximately equivalent again. What about you? You're still feeling superior to us.
Special
Let's
project
hope you don't.
complete.
Hope you don't get any funny ideas. Alright, that was one of the alien specimen projects. Yeah, there we are.
Research complete.
And we did get some society research for our travels. Alright, we did find out about field modulation, which allows us better power plants. Always a nice thing to have, because they essentially come without any drawbacks. Assisting research is a nice thing, but right now we don't need it that much. So let's get some combat robots, some combat computers on the go. And then, yeah, I think one additional corvette wouldn't go amiss. How's it looking here? Mine sounds like a good idea. Also another robot. To get ourselves to 5 citizens as fast as possible. Merge the two of you, wait for the 10th corvette, there we go, and then back to, what was it called? Euralian. Very well. Now we need just a bit more energy to clear that one. Kind of reluctant to clear too many tiles at once. Because of the reasons I mentioned in the, I think it was the last episode.
Special project complete.
Right, once again, one of those guys.
Construction complete.
Oh. And construction complete means we can move on to... Let's do some more physics research. Alright, where was I? Ah yes, the
Special project
slots
complete.
being... I'm getting distracted by the minute. I don't want to leave any empty slots so that guys from the colonies don't get any ideas and want to migrate to the capital world. That wouldn't really be within our best interest. So we'll hold off for a moment. What would be a good idea would be to get more power on the go. Alright, what about you? Inactive buildings. What's that all about? Probably about you. Yeah, hang on. Kinda messed up here, didn't I? Well, no, honestly, not really. Let's just do it that way. I don't really want any more robots here, I think. I'm not even... So in the long term, I'm not really sure if I want to go for synthetics, or if I just want to stay at droids and have them do all of the mineral mining. I think that would be more in the spirit of the game. Because we're not aspiring to become sort of a trans-Pecunian race. Trans cats. We just want cheap labor force, and I think droids is pretty much where that train ends. So yeah, with that being said, I think Destamon Prime is about done with the amount of robots it has. Maybe it even has one too many already. No, we can do that. That's fine. So let's cancel that one, in fact, and instead put down a power plant on this. Yeah, I think that's more sensible. Alright, here we are, the second Stellar Fleet. No, that's not really. Let's call it the Feline Liberation Armada. No, Liberation doesn't sound quite right for what we're trying to do here. It's more the Feline. No, Liberation is fine. We need to liberate people before I can make a profit off them, with them, through them. So let's clear that one out, and then the next science ship that becomes available will immediately head to that system, cartograph it, and then that's it. Let's take a look at that fleet combat here. Oh well, it's not really something to look at, I suppose, because it's just one Void Cloud entity, the Void Cloud Xul. And already we lost one ship due to superior range. But aside from that, it's not really got anything on us. And just now I realized that we didn't upgrade the old Corvettes to the new designs. Oh well, it's a shame. What else? Another research station. And back to speed fast. Right, we did lose 2. That's hopefully some of the old types. I don't really know, but let's just head back home. And that's spaceport level 2. And seeing what our alternatives are here, I think we'll just head straight for level 3. No questions asked.
Construction complete.
The one seems about fine. Also up here. Yeah, I think more energy. More energy. I would really love to have the... I still can't remember what it's called, the building that gives you percentage increase. We didn't get the tech so far, so really not much we can do aside from cycling carts. Alright, you are unemployed. What do we do about that? We will want to make a room. That much is for certain. But also, yeah, let's just leave it at making room, and then we'll build one science thingy. One science lab. Up here, I guess. I'm not entirely satisfied with that plan. Alright, another specimen procured. Building up a lot of bonus research here for society, which is quite a nice feature. And Aurelian. What's the debris here? Doesn't say, huh? That was the Void Cloud we just fought, so nothing that I really want to know about. Alright, now here's our finished robot. You should work there. Now we're really quickly gonna wait for you to clear. And also immediately build another science lab here. And another... no, not another robot. That's probably going to mean that one of the guys from Desmond Prime will want to migrate at the turn of the month, or maybe not. Well... oh no, it's because... yeah, well, that's kind of unfortunate. But we can still make it work. I mean, this is the second to last slot, and we need just one additional robot for this tile, and we can just quickly clear this one and then immediately start the robot there. Alright, you will want to be upgraded.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
And then that's a new colony ship. Why does it give me the option here? Do we have ethics drift on our homeworld? Or maybe it's because I've got robots here? Curious. Alright, you... oh, very nice. Rent Pecunian is now inside our dominion, which is where we shall mine everything we find there. Right, no need to clear that tile up there just yet, but the second science lab is definitely one thing we want, because more science is better science. And like I said, every pop above 10, so every from the 11th onwards,
Construction complete.
increases the amount of research points you need by a set percentage, so you'll always want to make sure that also some fixed percentage
Special
of your
project
pops
complete.
is effectively producing science. And I mean, we could go ahead and calculate exactly how many pops you need on science duty and how efficient they need to be, but I think I'm just gonna eyeball it and say, well, more science is better science. Alright, you, after you're done there, you will go there. And then down here we could probably do with some upgraded power plants. Yeah, I made a bit of a mistake. I think, if I recall correctly, the
System survey
upgrades from
complete.
basic to level 1 buildings is more expensive than building level 1 buildings directly. I'm not entirely certain about this, so don't quote me on it. Right, now that's... could we... no, you have 7% as well, so we have no need to go there. Is there anything else? We really already have all the other alien specimens. Seems like we do. So, why don't we find out about Risk? Seems like a good enough idea.
Research complete.
And you? Yeah, I think I just want to take this cycle there to get another research. Right, the world... oh. An atmospheric aphrodisiac. More ethics divergence, but far less growth time. That's nay too shabby for a colony, I'd say, but overall I think this is a negative modifier.
Construction
There's a
complete.
crap ton of science here. Oh, we'll see. Alright, now we can, yeah, clear this tile and then start the last robot pop. Also, where exactly do we want to settle then? I mean, yeah, there's not much on this system. There's... no, not there. Although... oh no, that was just high gravity. Thought for a moment that was... what's it called? Gigantic life? Titanic life? I think it's Titanic life. Alright, and that's all of them. And that's a huge amount of society research and a very large quantity of energy credits. And all because we brought all the specimens that were asked for to the Museum of Exobiology. Very nice. That will keep us afloat for quite a while. Means we can build, well, a ton more robots, colonize a ton more planets. I think we might want to look into colonizing something up here next. Or maybe even over here. Oh, that might be a nice planet there. Maybe, maybe not. I think it's a good cluster here. There are good chances that there's good resources in the vicinity. Yeah, I think maybe that planet over there will be what we set our eyes on next. But that ice setting shall happen in the next episode. So until then, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Discryant, and I shall see you soon.